Time for another Bulldog Baller. We're here with Paul Loeffler, the voice of the Bulldogs. We're talking about former Fresno State wide receiver Henry Ellard, a Fresno guy. A lot of history with this one. What is your favorite Fresno State football memory of Henry Ellard?
Man, I've just got to say, first of all, Angelique, Henry Ellard belongs in the Hall of Fame. How is he not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame? When he finished his career, he was up there in the top 2 or 3 of all time in career yardage. And he did it on a lot of teams that weren't the best teams. What a gem of a human being, first of all. If you've ever had the privilege of meeting Henry and seeing just that energy that flows through him, the positivity, the grace, the humility. But man, as a football player, he was an entertainer. All Jeff Tedford had to do was get him the ball, and he was doing something special. He was just the ultimate playmaker in the return game. I mean, a nightmare. Ask Pat Hill about a game that UNLV lost to Fresno State because an injured Henry Ellard came back to return a kick and help the Bulldogs beat the Rebels when Pat was on their coaching staff. He might be, Clifton Smith was pretty special at this, but if you go all-time at Fresno State, maybe the toughest Bulldog to tackle in open space was probably Henry Ellard.
What is his Bulldog legacy?
You know, that 1982 team was pretty special. But the numbers that he put up that year, you would think would never be broken. Some of them have been. But I think he set the bar. You know, people have called it wide receiver U. He had Stephon Page, the other side of that duo that year. But I think more than that, it's what he did afterwards. Because he gave Bulldog fans someone to cheer for in the NFL. There have been a lot of Bulldogs who have gone on to the NFL. But to have an all-pro, to have one of the best in the game. And here we are in Fresno. And at that time, that rivalry between the 49ers in San Francisco and the Rams in LA still at the time was a really big rivalry. And here's Fresno right in the middle of it. And the Niners had Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. But that guy wearing 80 in LA was doing a lot of things like Jerry Rice was doing in San Francisco. And I think it made it so much fun for Bulldog fans to have their guy in that rivalry and to see him do the things. I mean, he's scoring a touchdown and then doing a backflip. He's just got that ever-present smile. And one of the things I think about with Henry is when he decided after this Hall of Fame playing career, and he kept going, right? He played in Washington, played in New England. Then he decided to coach. And he, anyone who achieves greatness at some point has either been humbled or humbled themselves. And Henry humbled himself. He didn't say, hey, I'm a Hall of Fame wide receiver, hire me on your coaching staff. He said, hey, Pat Hill, can I come finish my degree and coach on your team? So guys like Bernhard Berrien and Rodney Wright have Henry Ellard telling them how to become a wide receiver.
That's quite the coach.
Unbelievable. And he's still giving back in so many ways. When you meet Henry, you feel like you've known him your whole life. And I just can't wait till the whole valley, till the Red Wave gets to celebrate a gold jacket going on his shoulders because he's deserved it for a long time.
And what does it mean when you have a local guy, especially during that time, go to the NFL, not only represent Fresno State, but represent Fresno?
That was it. If you were a kid in Fresno, you wanted to be like Henry Ellard. I bet if you got my buddy Coach Q in here, he'd tell you that he had his Jerry curl, because he used to have hair back in the day, Coach Q, that he had it to try to look like Henry Ellard. I bet that would be one of the guys. People dressed like him. They probably celebrated touchdowns like him. They probably wore the same gloves that he was wearing in the league. And he was always back here, right? His family stayed here. You can still find his siblings in town today or his cousins. He'll always be an ambassador for Fresno in the Central Valley.